Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where budget gamers unite and low-end PCs cry together in 720p. Today, I bring you something wild, literally. We're diving into Ferocious, a survival FPS adventure where you're stranded on an island that clearly didn't get the memo about being friendly. Between dinosaurs that want you for lunch and mercenaries that shoot first and don't ask questions at all, this game feels like Jurassic Park met Far Cry, and they both forgot to bring snacks. But the real challenge? Playing this on a low-end PC with no graphics card. Yes, that brave little Intel i3 laptop with integrated graphics and the soul of a potato. So, grab your jungle gear, or at least a glass of chai, and let's find out if Ferocious can survive the real test, low-end gaming. Now, let's talk settings, because that's where most of the action starts when you're on a budget setup. I dialed everything down to rock-bottom low, like bare minimum to still see the dinosaurs low. FSR was set to performance mode, because let's be honest, quality is a luxury we can't afford here. And surprisingly, the game managed to stay afloat at around 20 to 25 FPS, depending on what kind of chaos was going on. Sure, it's not buttery smooth, but if you've gamed on a low-end machine long enough, you learn to appreciate the charm of a slightly choppy experience. It's playable if you have the patience of a monk and the reflexes of someone used to 2-second delays. The good news is, nothing exploded. The bad news is, some of the textures looked like they were downloaded via 2G internet. But hey, the jungle still looked like a jungle, and the dinosaurs still wanted to eat me. So immersion, intact. Let's get into the meat of it, gameplay, which is where Ferocious really flexes its prehistoric muscles. From the moment you're dropped onto this bizarre, chaotic island, the game wastes no time letting you know you're not welcome. You're not here for a vacation, you're here to survive. Imagine if Far Cry, Turok, and the forest had a weird jungle baby. That's the vibe. You're surrounded by dense, unpredictable terrain that's both beautiful and deadly. Massive cliffs covered in fog, thick jungles full of secrets, and old ruins that just scream. You're about to get jumped. And trust me, you will. The exploration is intense. You're not just moving from point A to point B, you're constantly on edge. Every rustling bush might be a lizard or a literal velociraptor. The level design feels open and natural, with a clever blend of verticality and tight spaces, forcing you to stay alert and think fast. Sometimes you're stealthing through brush to avoid detection, and the next minute you're running full sprint from something that clearly skipped breakfast and now has your scent. It's a roller coaster of tension and relief. And don't even get me started on the audio. Those distant growls, sudden thuds, and jungle ambience genuinely build tension. The sound design alone had me checking over my shoulder more than once. Combat in Ferocious feels gritty and satisfying. The gunplay is surprisingly sharp for a game still flying under the radar. Guns have weight, recoil feels believable, and hits land with satisfying impact. Even with my low-end rig struggling to maintain smooth frame rates, I still felt immersed in the action. Switching between weapons mid-combat, managing limited ammo, and reacting to unexpected enemy attacks made for a dynamic experience. It's not your typical run-and-gun. You have to conserve resources, aim smart, and sometimes even choose to run. Yes, running is a valid strategy when a T-Rex enters the chat. Now, let's talk about the enemies. The human AI is like a college intern, sometimes sharp, sometimes completely confused about its job. They'll flank you, toss grenades, and catch you off guard. But occasionally, they also just stand there admiring the foliage while you're unloading clips into them. It's endearing, really. But the dinos? Oh, they're built different. These creatures are aggressive, unpredictable, and faster than your frame rate. One minute you think you're safe, the next minute you're ragdolling through the air like a Jurassic snack pack. Their animations are slick and terrifying, and they often attack in packs. So good luck if you thought one raptor was bad. The survival elements add another layer of engagement. You'll scavenge for supplies, ammo, health kits, crafting materials, while navigating unfamiliar environments. It's a constant balancing act between exploration and caution. Do you go off-path to grab that shiny crate, or do you stay alive and keep moving? The game rewards curiosity but punishes recklessness, and that creates some great tension. Crafting is simple but functional, letting you patch up wounds, build basic gear, or mod weapons. Nothing revolutionary here, but it's well integrated into the flow of survival. The story is drip-fed through environmental clues, brief dialogue, and eerie discoveries. It doesn't hit you over the head with exposition, which I actually liked. It feels mysterious. Why are these dinosaurs here? Who are these mercenaries? What exactly is this island hiding? These are questions the game teases but doesn't answer outright, keeping you intrigued. It's not some Hollywood blockbuster plot, but it doesn't need to be. It's immersive enough to keep you invested, especially if you enjoy piecing things together bit by bit. Based on what I've seen, and what other players and early reviews are saying, it's clear that Ferocious has ambition. It's a game still finding its voice, but it's already shouting some pretty bold ideas. Yes, there are bugs and some unpolished edges, occasional clipping, odd enemy behavior, or weird animation hitches, but nothing game-breaking. It has the energy of a dev team that loves what they're building, and honestly, that passion shows. In conclusion, Ferocious is a raw but exciting survival FPS with just enough chaos, dinos, and tactical action to keep you hooked, if you can look past the slightly rough edges. It's refreshing to see a game try something bold, and even though it's clearly still growing in some areas, the concept is engaging. And yes, even on my low-end i3 machine with no graphics card, I made it through. Was it perfect? No. Was it playable? Yes. Did I scream when a T-Rex jumped out of a bush running at 12 FPS? Absolutely. If you enjoy survival games with a prehistoric twist, and you're not afraid of occasional stuttery moments or AI that's occasionally as confused as you are, give it a shot. It's a solid attempt at bringing back that Lost World excitement with a modern twist. That's it for today's low-end PC torture test. If you enjoyed watching a laptop fight for its life in the jungle, don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what game I should stress test next. And hey, if you've ever been chased by a dinosaur in 20 FPS, you're not alone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully somewhere with fewer carnivores. Game on.
Fuck. Holy fuck. Shit. Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah!